Next on, we have Petr. Petr Horálek. Petr Horálek, a native of Czech Republic, is an astrophotographer specializing in capturing the beauty of unpolluted night skies. His work has taken him to dark sky locations around the world, where he documents rare night sky phenomena and unique nightscapes. Petr is also an International Dark Sky Association delegate dedicated to sharing the wonders of the night sky and with others and raising awareness about light pollution. So this juncture, I'd like to welcome Petr. Petr, welcome. And
thank you very much. Do you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Actually, after these two talks, I feel a little bit embarrassed because you had just a wonderful presentation. Both of you, very inspirational. I have something a little bit different, so I hope I bring a piece of inspiration too. But after these two talks, I feel too small. So really amazing, and thank you for these wonderful talks. Anyway, my talk is a little bit different because I will not focus on one place in our planet, and I would like to somehow share with you an idea, a little bit more like type of the way how we can actually somehow introduce the problem of the light pollution among lay people. One of very famous platform which is very well known in astrophotography especially is platform which is called the Astronomy Picture of the Day, which is led by two professors of astronomy and astrophysics. You probably know them. Some of you maybe in person. Both of them are also related to NASA. One is Jerry Bonner from University of Maryland, another is from University of Michigan, Robert Nemiroff. Both of them started this platform in 1995, and every day they publish image or picture of the day, somehow talking about something in the sky or in the universe, some astronautic stuff, introducing it with very nice text. And this way, this platform actually started to be very famous worldwide, meaning that every picture somehow connect people all around the world and somehow even helps with or improves the education in astronomy and other areas. And of course, among these pictures which have been published, there are many pictures which actually show even the problem of the light pollution. I was also lucky to be presented by some of my images through this platform, and I will introduce you some of my pictures which somehow are very close to problem of the light pollution or show something what we actually can see or capture when the light pollution is not so strong, and what actually we are missing because of the light pollution. So one of the picture I have been, I was lucky that it was chosen, is this one. It is called, a little bit funny, a sky portal in New Zealand. Obviously there is no portal, but it's very poetic that there is a portal, like visually that you can travel in the universe. And what is amazing about this picture is that it shows the beautiful dark skies on North Island of New Zealand, close to two cities, Napier and Hastings. They are in this circular view on the north part, but the rest of the sky is very dark, and you can see, of course, the Milky Way, very dark, but also you can see very prominent red color, which in this case doesn't come from a city, but it comes from our atmosphere. And it is one of the phenomena we actually can capture and even see by naked eyes, because it belongs to a phenomenon which is called air glow, and it's caused by ultraviolet. One of the reasons is ultraviolet radiation from sun reacting with the atmosphere. And of course, when we are in cities or places where there's lots of light pollution, this phenomenon is not quite well visible for us, or not visible as well at all. But this is one of the phenomena we actually can capture everywhere in the world. So this can show that we, because of the light pollution, somehow miss something completely common in the sky, and it is the air glow. Of course, it is not just about what we can say by the picture, what is in the sky, but sometimes even a story can come as a good inspiration for introducing the light pollution, or of course, introducing ourselves as a part of the universe and part of something we have to care, also part of the Earth. And this picture is one of them, because you see a beautiful sky, equatorial sky, on one island in Indonesia, where the Milky Way rises, and there's also some air glow in the sky and some light pollution coming from this village where the people come from. It is an island which is called Halmahera, and people there usually live in the small cities or villages, and they don't use a good lighting. They use very bad street lamps, so they usually don't even know that they have a wonderful night sky. And I visited this place in 2016, where it was the solar eclipse, and one of the guy who presented me as an astronomer to the local community, he actually asked me if I can show him a sky. And I said, why not? Why not? Let's go somewhere away. What do you mean, why away? We have to somehow go away from the light pollution. And this was first thing what he didn't know, that he actually can see something in the sky when he's out of the small village. So he took himself and also his father on the small beach between two villages where the sky is much darker. And funny or inspirational thing is that he took his father, and they have difference between their religions. While the son was Christian, his father was Muslim. But this place, this part of the world, somehow doesn't take a difference. They don't care about who believes in what. So they are friends. They don't have a fight about the religion. And amazing was that when I saw them together sitting on the wood, I just realized that they are just connected, even they have a difference in the religion. They have connected by something much bigger, which is the night sky, and they finally can see the night sky away from the light pollution. And it was even more symbolic because this island is very close to equator, so you can see like two poles, not literally but poetically, two poles of religion, but also two poles of the night sky, because you see Southern Cross showing to the South Pole, and also the Big Dipper showing to the North Pole. So sometimes the image can even have some story, or somehow connect people, show them even something deeper than only the night sky. Of course, stories can go through fairy tales, and fairy tales are well known for younger people, for children. We had a wonderful presentation just a few minutes ago, and there was a beautiful quote about children. And a photography can somehow connect the fairy tale thinking with the problem of the light pollution, and somehow consider people think about what is in the sky, and we can actually remember what was in a fairy tale we were told, or some mother or grandmother said us before. And this is the case because one of the picture of the day I've been chosen is this one, which is somehow it looks like the Little Prince fairy tale, or Little Prince story. And funny thing about this is actually related to something completely different, because in 2016 I just wanted to do a New Year's card, which has a European tradition. There is a PF, two letters PF, and usually we do this with some message to people around we like, and we want to tell them that good luck in the new year. And I created this full sky image, and I just put it in this type of projection. And I wanted to put even a message, and I found a beautiful message, which was a quote from a novel, and also from the movie Contact. Maybe you know it. And there was just if you didn't see it, just try to find this movie and take a look. It's a wonderful movie, and if you have a book, it's much better. And there is a quote where in the movie is portrayed by Jodie Foster, that I wish I could share that. I wish that everyone, if even for one moment, could feel aware of the awe, humility, and hope. But that continues to be my wish. And if you put this quote in the image I created, it has completely different meaning, and it can actually even somehow make people think about, okay, why do we actually don't see such beautiful skies in the sky, and why this if is it like part of our lives and it's natural heritage, why this cannot be just above my head? And I was very happy that this type of picture with this quote, which was not related to light pollution, then somehow made think people around, and especially because it was iPod, it's only a picture of the day, it had a little bit more impact than if I just only send it to my friends or my family. So even this is type of inspiration. Sometimes you can just do a single or simple New Year's card with some nice image showing a nice sky. And if it goes to such a big platform among people or around the world, it can somehow make this type of inspiration. Of course, sometimes we have something in the sky what we cannot share, like a visual experience. One of the picture of the day, what was published from me, comes from Africa. So this is close to ladies who had a talks just before. Is from the same continent, but this is not from Kenya, but from Botswana. Basically, Africa is a wonderful place for stargazing. We had a beautiful talks just before, so I can confirm. And most of the people don't. Well, not most of the people, but many people don't even know. And it's shame because there are so many places with really dark skies, and especially the southern part offers beautiful views to the southern skies. And if you spend some time there, you can actually do even pictures showing something what is not visible to our eyes, because we don't see colors in the sky, unfortunately, during the night. And so some of the objects are not visible, but they are very easily to be captured on the camera. And so you can do a picture like this, and you can actually show that because of the light pollution, not we don't see this, but we cannot even capture even bigger beauty of the universe, because the light pollution takes the opportunity to capture the nebulas which are in Orion, and the Gam Nebula in Vela, Carina Nebula, and so on. So sometimes even inspiration that there is even more in the sky can somehow make this type of inspiration, and people can again start to think about why don't we see it? Why don't we have a chance to make a capture like this? The reason is the light pollution. Very famous and very common and most likable used to be pictures of the meteor showers. During the year, every year we have at least 6 meteor showers, which have a big impact among people, because they have like a higher frequency, more than 18 meteors per hour, and we can very easily make some beautiful pictures. Of course, but if we want to see the meteor showers like this, this is of course multi-exposures, it's not one shot. But if we want to enjoy the meteor showers, we have to travel away from the light pollution, because otherwise not many meteors are as too bright to be seen in the cities. And the people then are very shocked that there are even more meteor showers than the famous one, which is in August, the Persian meteor shower. And I'm very happy that I'm one of the people that had been published with all the 6 annual meteor showers which have been captured during last years, which can be visible every year. So I usually show my images, and I also say it was chosen by NASA, and so It is not like a fake image. You really can see a meteor showers, not just one. You can see more meteor showers per year. So if we just want to introduce them, one of them is quadrantids in January, then we have to wait until April, where is Lyrids meteor shower. Then we go to May and August. One of them is Ithaca, it's coming even from famous comet, Halley's comet, but unfortunately is visible better from southern hemisphere. From our northern hemisphere is not so frequent. Then the most famous, they are Perseids, and if we continue to the end of the year, we can enjoy also Orionids and the Geminids, which are the most frequent annual meteor shower. And people then are actually very amazed that they can see even more, and they have questions. And when this picture is published by APOT, by NASA, they take it more seriously, and that makes me much more happier because they finally think about it. Okay, if NASA published something like this, then it means that it is real, or it is something what really exists. It is not a fake, because there's lots of fakes on social media, lots of fake pictures, and I want to enjoy it. But why I cannot enjoy it? Again, problem is the light pollution. So again, here's a very interesting impact, how to use the APOT to show people what is the problem not to see something like this. One of the pictures which actually is very inspirational about this was this one, was taken by me and my friend Tomas Slovenský in Slovakia. So the left part is from Slovakia, the right part is from the Czech Republic. And we took it with the completely same setting, with completely same equipment, and took these multi-exposures from two places. One is in Dark Sky Place, in Poloniny Dark Sky Place Park, and another one is in suburban place. And you can easily see how much the light pollution takes from the sky, and how many meteors are actually, let's say, taken from the phenomenon because of the light pollution. And this was one of the best example, one of the biggest impact showing the light pollution takes from the sky, something what is actually so beautiful. And people again started to have questions about the light pollution. Then few pictures which just have like a beautiful symbolic view, but they actually show the beauty of the sky in places where the light pollution is very low. So here is one of the image I took in Maldives, a Southern Cross, just above completely alone island. There's no life. So this is like a picture showing that if we don't impact the nature so much with our artificial light or other activities which damage the nature, we can be actually very beautifully awarded by views like these or like these. The Milky Way, of course, is one of the biggest awards, especially in the southern hemisphere, where the core of the Milky Way is higher above the horizon. But also one of the beautiful phenomenon which is very easily taken from us because of the light pollution are comets. The biggest example of that was the Neowise comet in 2020. It was the brightest comet in last 20 years, visible from the northern hemisphere. And lots of people were very disappointed because there were so many news about a really bright comet. Just take a look, go there, you will see two tails, and it's a beautiful comet, but so many people just didn't see it, and they said, it's not possible, we didn't see it. You are just saying us like wrong information, and astronomers just want to do some big halo about something what is not there. And we said, well, the last really bright comet before this one, visible on the northern hemisphere, was the comet Hale-Bopp in 1997. And from that time, the light pollution increases too much. And so we don't see now like a similar bright comet as well as the Hale-Bopp. So this is the problem. Problem is ours, not the comet, or not the astronomers. Astronomers show something what is really there, introduce something what is really there. And people again started to think, NASA published a beautiful picture of this comet, so it has to be problem. The problem has to come from something different. We took also this picture with my friend showing the whole path of the comet above the the high Tatras mountains in the sky. Of course, this is not one picture, one shot. It is multi-exposure taken during a few days. So we always took a position of the comet from the same place and then put it in one picture and showing that the comet actually was changing and how much the place, the high Tatras mountains changed. Lots of light pollution increases during the time, not during the time of visibility of this comet, but during the time when the last comets were discovered from these mountains, because it is very famous somewhere here. I don't know if you see my mouse, but on the right part, and there is a Lomnický štít mountain, and there is an observatory just below that. There is another observatory, Skalnaté pleso, and there were discovered several comets in the 50s of the last century. And this was like a place where beautiful comets were discovered because no light pollution was there, and now it's different. Anyway, here are another pictures of the comet Neowise, showing how the light pollution made it a little bit worse visible because of the clouds. But there were more comets in this year. For example, here's a picture of a ZTF comet between two dippers, a small dipper and Big Dipper, and a little dipper. And this comet was also visible to naked eyes, but most of the people didn't know where to look it. So we created this picture. I created this picture, and it was published. And lots of people were amazed that it was so easily to be found in the sky by the Big Dipper, but not many people could see it because of this. Here's the another image of this comet. And the last picture I want to present, because it's time, is this picture, which somehow maybe put this like a force of impact the most among people. I'm also very happy and so grateful that this image even won the Capture the Dark competition this year, showing the plankton bioluminescent in Sonevajani Island in Maldives, where the light pollution is luckily not so big, and so you could see the plankton visible. So it was really amazing. This is just one shot picture, and there is the Milky Way visible above this island. And light pollution actually affects everything, not just the sky, visibility of the sky, but also the nature. And one of the problems here is that if this could happen, if this happens somewhere close to light polluted beaches, it doesn't have any effect, because the bioluminescence, if you saw a documentary from David Attenborough, it is like masking, or it is like a way how to reveal predators under the water. So it's like a natural way how to somehow protect some organism before some predators come. But if the light is too much increased, this doesn't work. So I just wanted to show by this image that the nature itself knows how to use light, and it actually has its own program, its own way, and its own reason to use its artificial light. This is not artificial, but at some point it can be considered that the nature does the light itself, and it has reason which was created by the evolution for millions of years. And now we just decide to ruin all of this because we want to have much light for our happy life, and we actually completely ignore the evolution, which brings something what is beautiful itself without our lighting. So thank you very much, and I hope that this talk was somehow inspiration for you too.
Thank you very much, Peter. That was quite a great presentation and quite some stunning pictures I see there. And from the comments you can see, so we're very liking those pictures very much.